Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Ahmed Babao is my name. I represent the most terrorized constituency of Chibok, Dambua, and Goza, and the remaining 107 not yet recovered Chibok girls. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, let me start by sympathizing with victims of the latest security attack in the country, the victims of train attack by bandits. Mr. Speaker, we have been lamenting on the floor of this House, and it's to a public knowledge, that impediment variable is a mere challenge at the point of origin, but it becomes a very large problem at the point of destination if and only if what is needful is not done. Mr. Speaker, there is no way we can finish this war without doing a revolution in the security architecture on one hand, and the National Assembly on the other hand. Is a record, and let me use this opportunity to refresh our memory. Army alone gutted 420 billion in 2020 budget. Only 16 billion for capital expenditure. The remaining 406 billion were for recurrent expenditure. In addition to this, there was 100 billion naira allocated for Operation Lafia Dole. In 2021, we budgeted 460 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 29 billion was for capital expenditure. The remaining were for recurrent expenditure. In 2022, we budgeted 571 billion for Nigerian Army alone. Only 37 billion is for capital expenditure. The remaining were recurrent expenditure. Mr. Speaker, the truth of the matter is security in Nigeria has become a cash cow business. I am not willing to go without taking my own, and he is not willing to go without taking his own, and the other person is not willing to leave until when he got his own turn. It's just like a medical doctor putting professionalism on one hand aside. You presented a patient. As a patient relative, you said, okay, every month I will give you 100 million naira until when the patient recovers or otherwise. The doctor will make sure that particular patient did not die, and he will continue to maintain that he did not recover, because he will keep on tapping the money. It's a simple analysis, and every simple person can understand. Mr. Speaker, it's a cash cow business. They don't want it to finish, because they realize that everybody's attention was diverted towards Northeast. Okay, let them relieve Northeast to some extent and move to Northwest. After Northwest, they move to Southwest. Before you realize what is happening, the whole country is gutted with security challenges. Another thing, somebody brought the issue of National Security Advisor. We are making one mistake in making appointment, particularly in security architect. One, there is no way you can appoint a Major General or Brigadier General to be a National Security Advisor and issue directives to a Lieutenant General. Ideally, if you are going to appoint National Security Advisor or Defense Minister, try and appoint a full-fledged Nigerian Army General who was one time Chief of Defense Staff. Nobody clinched that particular position until when he was appointed, so everybody must comply. Lastly, about resolution on the floor of this House. I'm happy today that Everybody has concern now. When I was speaking on behalf of my constituency, in this chamber, a honorable member raised up and said, if my people are displaced, how did I manage to win election? He didn't know that my election was conducted in IDP camps based on Geneva Convention resolution. 2, a member in this floor wrote a letter of commendation to one of the service chiefs that he is doing good. I got the copy of the letter. I know the honorable member, but I know the time I will scandalize him to the extent that the whole world will look down on him. I will not mention his name. I will deal with him personally. Excuse me. No, I have to tell you the truth.
Honorable Jaha.
Because
Honorable Jaha.
it's a betrayal. No. Speaker, I said, I am ready to give out my life if people in the Northeast can live in peace.
Honorable Jah, be guided, Honorable Jah.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Speaker, it's a betrayal to 359 members for a honorable member to write a commendation letter to a service chief commending him of doing good job while Nigerians are dying. I will not mention his name.
Be guided, Honorable Jah, be guided. Be guided.
Maybe, colleagues, I want to beg of us. When you want to say you want to scandalize, yes, you have the opportunity to speak on the floor. But I think we have rules of debate and we have procedures as to what we should say. Foul language is not accepted and it's not acceptable by our own rules. When you say you want to scandalize somebody, is that the intent of why you are here? I don't think so. Thank you. Yes.
With the leave of the House,
Come now, come and see what's going on.
no, it's working. And with my own leave, Mr. Speaker, I was emotionally touched to make that particular statement because it was so painful. And we are all aware we cannot be on our comfort zone while our constituents are dying like animals. That is why I made that particular emotional out. But I'm using this opportunity to withdraw on behalf of the House that I'm not going to scandalize him and I'm not going to deal with him. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, after, is it the turn? You say opposition? But you know, I have the least number in these chambers.